We were looking at De La Riva control. We'll do a quick recap. So Carl's got his right leg forward. I have far sleeve control, okay, and near side ankle, and then I put in the De La Riva hook, pushing on Carl's right leg. It's all about the off balance. I never want Carl's knee pointing out this way. If it is, I'll move my hip, put my De La Riva hook in. So I'm just it's going in shallow. I put just my big toe underneath his hamstring, and then I sort of turn it a little bit and pinch my knees. So we looked at this off balance where I push on Carl's thigh and sit up, but then I disengage the De La Riva hook. Okay. Now from there, this dip and shelf, which we looked at on Tuesday night, as I dip to my right, I shelf to pick up Carl's right leg and put his hand on the mat, the off balance. So from there then we looked at how if I pull on the sleeve and push, I'm going to get Carl's knee down. And then we waited on the reaction. So we didn't make a reaction on Tuesday. So that allowed us to swim this foot in. And then from there I pull on the sleeve and elevate him up. And it's coming into the half guard. And that's where we got to on Tuesday. You missed it, there is vids on it. But now we're expecting a reaction. Jiu-Jitsu is all about action, reaction. Good players, when I put Carl in a vulnerable position and I off-balance him, he wants to make a reaction to try to get his base back. So from De La Riva again, I'll be pulling on the sleeve, pushing on that leg, and as I make the transition to sit up, I take out the De La Riva hook, and then we just go for that shelf. So it's a dip to my right. And I want to do this at the same time. As I dip, I also shelf, and I make a little shelf with Carl's right leg against the back of my hamstring from here. Now, to get a reaction, I need to sell the sweep. I really want him to think I'm going for Tuesday night sweep. So I'm pushing on the knee, and I'm pulling on the sleeve to try and get that knee all the way to the mat. Now, Carl really feels he's about to go, and he drives forward and puts his foot on the mat. This is called combat base. He's got his right foot on the mat, and he's got his left knee on the mat. And this is what I want. This is a really good entrance into De La Riva X Guard from there. So my right foot that was on the knee, I'm not pushing his leg back this time. I'm using it as a step. And from there, I just bridge onto my left shoulder and swim in a deep De La Riva hook, okay, at the far hip. Then I come back flat onto my back, and I take my right foot and I just put it behind the back of Carl's knee here. Okay, so my legs are in an X, hence the name of De La Riva X Guard. And now to lock in the De La Riva X Guard, I sit up straight and I straighten my legs out straight. Notice Carl's knee is pointing away from me. He can't put weight on me. I still have the original grips, whereby I have sleeve control in the ankle. If Carl tries to turn to face me, it's just not going to happen. And he already feels his base threatened, okay? And then we'll look at the sweep on the next move. So again, so we'll start off. I'm going to be in De La Riva with the far side sleeve grip, near side ankle. We looked at on Tuesday night about how I never wanted Carl to make grips on my knee or my foot where he can stuff this inside. So we're always pulling. Anytime we're playing De La Riva, we're monitoring this, so it's always at my hip. Now I want to push on this leg to make the transition to sit-up guard as I disengage the De La Riva hook. Then we do the dip and the shelf. So as I fall to my right to work the kazushi, the off balance, I'm able to pick up Carl's right leg and off balance. And I'm pulling on the sleeve, pushing on that knee, really trying to force the sweep to my right, Carl's left. And if he doesn't make the reaction, it's the elevator sweep that we did on Tuesday. But now he's driving back into me, and I let him do it. Okay? My foot's in the same place. My grips are the same, they haven't changed. This is why this guard is very easily played. It's not like the pale guard where you're constantly switching grips. Now I want to get this hook in from a shallow to deep. So I use that foot, I'm not pushing his leg back. I use it as a step to actually go onto my left shoulder so I can physically thread my deep De La Riva hook in at the far hip. Then I come back flat onto my back and I take my right leg and I hook it in at the back of the other knee. Now to lock in De La Riva X, I just sit up and straighten my legs. Again, when we're drilling this grip is important. The ankle, the knees turn, Carl can't turn in me. And your partner, when you're drilling this, will play just from here. You try to move and do all the stuff from here. You know, it's going to be very, very difficult. Anytime you feel you're losing the De La Riva X, straighten your legs. Okay? It's just locked in. You know, and it's very, very easy to tilt them from here. So one more time on that. Just on that side, Carl. So from De La Riva Guard, okay, this arm's on the outside, and I have ankle grips. So I have far side sleeve, near side ankle. My hook is shallow. My foot is L-shaped, and you should be able to see your big toe on the inside of his leg. So as I push on this thigh and transition to sit-up guard, I take out the De La Riva hook. And now from there I dip to my right. So I'm falling onto my right side, but as I dip, I shelf this leg, which is light, and I can physically pull Carl up from here. I pull on the sleeve and push to get his knee towards the mat. And now I'm waiting on that reaction. If he comes up into combat base, I'll okay, using my foot as a step to the flat on my back. So I just push onto my left shoulder so I can thread that deep De La Riva hook in at the far hip. And then I come flat onto my back and I take my right foot and I hook it in here. Yeah, now I sit up. Carl's knees is pointing away from me, so he can't put weight into me. To lock De La Riva X, I just straighten my legs. When you get the stun on you, it will feel like somebody's tied a rope around your legs and you're about to fall over.